First, you want to prime your eyes. And I'm going to use my finger just because I don't want to use very much. I got a little bit too much on the end of this. Pat very lightly. I'm going to get a fluffy brush. I'm going to use one of the Naked palettes. I'm going to use it as a transition shade. Start at the outside corner, working your way in. Then I'm going to take this color and make it a little bit darker. Take this color, or just gradually going darker. So excited, I'm finally gonna be getting some new eyeshadows. I've been using the same color palette for a while, and I bought another one and I don't love it. I liked it at first, and there's a couple of good colors in there, but not a lot. I'm going to be dark into the inner corner a little bit. And then I'm going to get a smaller brush. These are Morphe brushes. I'm going to get the same color I just used. I'm going to focus it a little bit more on the outside corner. And into my crease. And down. I'm going to get a little bit of the darkest shade. Just a tad. A lot. And blend it into the crease. And I'm going to grab my fluffy brush again and just blend it really well, really well. I'm going to get the middle shade. I'm going to take just a little bit on my fluffy brush, dab it, and go just under the eye. Then I'm going to take a flat brush and take the color Half Baked and put it on the lid. I'm going to take some and put it in the inner corner. So the craziest thing happened. For some reason, some account made another account exactly the same name as my husband's name on Instagram, and they made up like this crazy, disgusting conversation and took a screenshot of it and posted it on their Instagram and tagged me in it. And it was so weird. Like, my husband reported the account, and they had like all these other people that they took screenshots of, and they were like so random conversations, and they were all the same. And there's no reason to believe that this account was like a perverted account. It was weird. Like, why? What do people like? They get some sort of kick out of it, I guess. But it was completely and totally random and like just completely crazy to me. So most eyeshadows are not really reflective enough, and I was having a real hard time finding an eyeshadow or a pigment that was reflective enough. So I was in Ulta, and we were looking at all these different eyeshadows, and I was like, no. Like, when you go to Ulta and you're looking for makeup, you need to be on a mission to find exactly what you want and research what you want, because half the time you go there and you tell them you want something specific and they'll give you something completely and totally not at all what you want. So anyways, I bought in a few different things, and I liked the eyeshadows that she was pointing out to me, but they weren't what I was looking for. So finally I was like gonna give up and be like, well, I guess I have to buy online. This is my life. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot. There's Stila Cosmetics has a really, really pretty, like crazy shiny, crazy metallic. This is what it looks like. Like, look how crazy. And I was like, is it liquid? And she's like, no, it's powder. And I'm like, holy cow, that's awesome. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It comes with this like primer stuff, and it's like a teeny tiny bottle, and you basically just put it on before you apply it, because your primer that you use to put on your eyeshadow isn't going to be enough, because pretty much everything that you put on your eye for the primer already has something sticking to it. So this is just to help so that you can get this anything glittery to stick. You need like either like a glittery glue and that's meant for your eyes, or something that comes with whatever it is that you're buying. So I'm so glad that this came with this, because I didn't buy anything else to go with it. So you just, I don't even really get anything inside of the little dropper. I kind of just dip it, but there is a little teeny tiny bit in there if you can see. Anyways, and I just dab it on my eye where I want it. I'm not even like pinching the dropper at all, just dabbing it. I want it more in the middle of my eye so that it has that like really reflective center. And then I'll put some on the inside corner of my eye, kind of down underneath my waterline just a little bit in the inner corner. If you're doing makeup on somebody else, it's probably not a good idea that you touch this to your skin, because it gets contaminated. See that? And you don't want contamination when you're dealing with other people. And if you're doing other people's makeup. Okay, kind of let that dry for a second. Okay, and now I'm just going to kind of pat on this a little bit. And if I move it around a lot, I notice that it kind of gets loose, but it can kind of stick back to itself, which is kind of weird to me. And it's kind of hard to get anything on your brush. Like, I barely have anything on there. Maybe there's a secret to it I just don't know about. Anyway, so I'm gonna get some of it on my brush, and I'm going to just pat more in the center. The shinier, the better. I had someone request this look, and I was like, oh, okay, I've already done it. And it's so hard to go back and try to remember what you did. So this is pretty similar, if not exact, to what I did in the picture. And I didn't even mean to go for such a dramatic inner corner. It just kind of happened, and it looked good. But when you're doing dramatic looks, you kind of have to plan your outfit first. I think that's one thing people don't understand, is that you kind of have to have a whole look going, otherwise you're gonna look weird. I'm gonna go back with my Naked Urban Decay palette and take a little bit of Dark Horse and Creep and just go over the dark a little bit more, just to make sure. I really like using a fluffy brush because I just feel like you can get everything a lot more perfect than if you're using a small brush, or if you're even using one of those cheap Walmart spongy things that come with eyeshadows at Walmart. Next, I'm gonna do my eyebrow. And I usually like to carve out my eyebrows, but it's kind of hard since I've already done my eyeshadow. You have to drag down your concealer that you put underneath your eye. I love it when you guys ask me to do something. I think it's so awesome because then I don't know, I just love interacting with people, and I don't feel like I get a lot of interaction. I think it's because I'm kind of blah, like I'm kind of boring. I'm not very fun. I don't know how to be fun on camera, so that's something I'm still working on. I don't feel like I can really be myself on camera, so I don't know how people do it. How people can be so fun and spunky and crazy, and because I can be fun and spunky, but it's kind of like if I'm around someone I don't know, then I'm not really fun and spunky. And I'm like super chill, super open-minded, and so like my clients and I, we have some conversations, let's just say that. And people who've been around me that have worked with me before, they know what I mean. Like, I will talk about things probably most people are uncomfortable talking about, and I don't know, like I love opening people's minds up, because I feel like I'm so open-minded, so whenever a conversation comes up and someone's closed-minded, I feel like I'm really good at opening their mind and kind of changing the way that they thought and making it so they're not so like, I hate that, I'm so against that. I'm like, well, why? You know, I mean, I get it to a point. We all have things we don't like and don't agree with in life, but I don't know. We don't know what it's like to be somebody else, so I try not to judge people. I'm gonna put on some mascara. If you guys like, oh shoot, I forgot we need to do eyeliner first. Okay, so I would like to go out of my comfort zone and try some different liquid eyeliners. Crispy, I love her. She's on Instagram, and I'm sure most of you guys know who she is. Anyways, she swears by the cheap NYC liquid liner. It's crazy to me, but I haven't been a big fan of liquid liners that have a brush. I'm not a real fan of them. I've tried them and I just feel like they're a pain in the butt. Okay, so I'm gonna start in the middle and work my way outward. I hope you guys can see. I'm trying to use this little mirror because I can't really do this on camera. I can't see very well with the camera, so got like this little mirror. I'm trying to make it work. Okay, and then I kind of go on a little, I kind of thicken it a little bit if you want it thickened. And then I go and I want to get really close to your lash line, because if you don't, it's just not gonna look as pretty. I used to know this girl, love her to death. I haven't talked to her in like so many years. It's not even funny how many years since it's been since I've talked to her. But she used to put eyeliner above her eyelash line, and you could see some skin between her eyeliner and her eyelashes. It was the weirdest thing. She was pretty, like, regardless. It's kind of crazy how much more beautiful she could be if she'd done it right. But anyways, I just thought it was crazy, but that's how she did her eyeliner. I think a lot of us probably look back over things we've done with our makeup and our hair and are like, what the freak was I thinking? Okay, so I don't think I really took it down enough at an angle, and this can be really tricky when you're doing your inner corner because it's easy to mess up. So I basically, once I get to like this point right here, like to where your eyelashes start to get thin and start to disappear, you want to come on the inside and finish. So you come in and you connect it and follow downward. And you can't really, I don't know, you have to keep it straight. It's kind of like your brows. You can't really go and then start bringing downward. It just looks bad. You just got to keep it straight and just have a little bit of where you come down at another angle, but you still want to go straight. So that's the same thing with your inner corner. You don't want to go and start going downward because you're just going to look funky. You want to keep it straight, and you want to kind of bring it downward. But yet, I don't know if I'm making any sense or not, but you know what I mean. So take it down. And I think people that have like really dramatic eye shapes, this can look so pretty, and I feel like it looks pretty on people who don't too, but I think it's so much prettier when people have like just different eye shapes. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. And you want to get thinner as you go down, and you can go back and make this part a little bit thicker and kind of do what you need to do to make it look right. And I'm bringing it in to my waterline, but I'm not going to put this eyeliner in my waterline because it'll hurt. This stuff can be kind of burny, and normally I wouldn't take it down this far, but this is what I mean by it was kind of an accident and how dramatic I went with it, but it worked out. Take your time. See how this one's down a little bit more than this one? Just slightly. I think this one's better because gives you more of a dramatic look. Okay, then I'm gonna get my eyeliner, my regular eyeliner. Perfect Point Plus is my favorite. I haven't ventured out with eyeliners either. I'm really kind of a sucker for keeping with the old when it comes to my eyeliner and my mascara. I don't really venture out, but I'm sure there's some good stuff out there. I just don't know about it. Definitely not anything good at Walmart other than this that I've found. I feel like it glides on really smooth. I guess I found like the colored eyeliners, but one of the makeup artists that I follow, which is not good what I'm doing. You're not supposed to pull your eyelid down like that, but old habits die hard, right? So I'm just gonna put this on my waterline. This is my all-time favorite mascara, and they say like you shouldn't put mascara on your eyelash extensions, but I do it all the time, and I think as long as you're removing it with just water, you're fine. I don't know, like my lash lady would probably kill me for telling people this, or your lash lady might kill me for saying this, but it's fine as long as you're washing it off with only water. And I used to I just put my eye under the faucet in my sink and kind of just let the water run over my eyelashes, and then I kind of just feel them and kind of just slightly, I'm like rubbing on them, not like rubbing a lot, just slightly just feeling them while the water's running over them, and it takes off all the mascara. And then I will get my mascara brush that my lash lady gives me and run over my eyelashes, brush at my eyelashes with it, like this way, like go behind and brush them. And whenever my eyelash extensions do something crazy and they're acting funky, because they're a little bit different, they're way different than dealing with strip lashes. Strip lashes are easier. You don't have to like mess with them as much, or if at all. But I don't know. I love my eyelash extensions. I'm using a dry brush at first so that I can kind of place my eyelashes more the way I want them, and I don't know, I just feel like they're not going to be as clumpy. I've also heard everybody swears by the Too Faced mascara. I haven't tried it yet, because I love my old school mascara. Now, after I use my dry one, I'll get my newer one. Don't laugh. It's like the 80s mascara. Supposedly people always say that's like the 80s stuff. I'm like, yeah, freaking it works.